Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, looking at some of the latest data this evening, and it still looks as though the worst of this storm by far would be out across Cape Cod, the islands, and just offshore. Further inland, including Rhode Island, some impacts in terms of snow and wind, but not nearly as significant. And actually, as strong as this storm will be, it will not be our largest snowfall of the season. In fact, for pretty much most of Rhode Island and parts of southeastern Massachusetts, the amounts of snow are actually anticipated to be minimal. So good news there. But winter weather, snow, and cold on the way. You can see on the satellite, actually the radar, Doppler radar, none of this reaching the ground. It's evaporating. But you see a steadier shield of snow now just south of New York City, snowing pretty hot across Atlantic City, New Jersey. This is lifting north and east in advance of our developing nor'easter off the Carolina coastline. I mean, this thing will intensify rapidly. It's going to be a very, very powerful storm, and we are pretty lucky that for the most part we'll dodge the bullet, because a direct hit from this storm would have been just an all-out serious blizzard. So we're going to miss it in that regard, but still get brushed with some snow and a little bit of wind. But as far as an all-out blizzard, at this point it's confined, unfortunately, for Cape Cod and the islands. The weather really going downhill there overnight tonight. Temps certainly cold enough to support an all-snow situation, upper 20s to low 30s. So bullet points here. Worst of the storm for the Cape and the islands. Less of an impact for Rhode Island. That's not to say tomorrow is sunny and breezy and nice. I mean, we'll have some snow, some small accumulations, some strong wind, very strong wind, especially along the coastline. Snow ending by around noontime. That's the other piece of good news. This intense storm will be progressive. In other words, it's not going to stall in one spot for a day or two. It'll be out of here. In fact, by, I would say, mid to late afternoon, the sun may actually come back out and things will improve later tomorrow afternoon. Upper 20s to low 30s. We continue that theme of very cold temperatures for this time of year as we widen out the view. The clouds rolling in, and you can see the steady shield of snow offshore that we'll be watching. Eventually, this will be lifting away tomorrow afternoon and intensifying, drying out. But an intense storm. This is the position, forecast position by tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Here's southern New England, Providence, and Cape Cod. I mean, this thing really wrapping up with near hurricane force winds offshore. Very heavy snow for the Cape and the islands, but just inland, the snow not quite as heavy, and as a result, the snowfall accumulations would be lower. So east, it's a beast. The further west you go, it's best. It's about the best way to describe it. The further east you go, the weather really deteriorates as you head towards the Cape and the islands. All right, take a look at Futurecast. Starts off this evening with the clouds, and then overnight tonight, well after midnight, you see the shield of snow working in. The darker blue indicating heavier snow. This is 6 o'clock in the morning, and the heavier snow confined to southeastern Massachusetts. By 9 o'clock in the morning, it's starting to pull away from Rhode Island, and then all the snow ending pretty much by noontime. We're left with very windy and cloudy conditions, and then watch what happens late in the day. We start to see some clearing, or at least partial clearing, by 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, some breaks of sunshine. The last place to clear would be the Cape by tomorrow evening. How much snow? For Rhode Island, the amounts are small. The dusting to 1 inch, northwest suburbs, 1 to 2 inches elsewhere. An isolated 3 can't be ruled out towards Newport, Little Compton, say 3 to 4, New Bedford, over 6 inches out across Cape Cod and the islands. A high wind advisory for all of our area, but it's a high wind warning for the Cape and the islands. Wind gusts here, 60 to 70. Wind gusts across Rhode Island between 45 and 55 miles per hour. So windy with snow in the morning. Get it out of here. Dries out in the afternoon with some partial sunshine by mid to late day. 7-day Futurecast shows better weather later tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Thursday looking okay. We actually warm up into the 50s finally, feeling more like spring Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a few scattered rain showers. So while, you know, 1 to 2 inches is not a whole bunch of snow, it's all you need to cause some problems. So do exercise some caution, some extra travel time tomorrow morning for the morning commute. And the wind will be pretty strong regardless of the minimum amounts of snow. We have a lot of parking bans and delays, and some community groups have actually canceled stuff for tomorrow already, so especially in Massachusetts. Yeah, certainly untreated surfaces are going to be tough tomorrow. Okay, thanks, Tony. Very